Okay, touch the leg, and I think it's good afternoon. Okay, so good afternoon. Now this is the last session, and in this session we are going to talk about the different websites and the apps, okay, which will be helpful for you. Now, as far as the apps and websites are concerned, I'm sure you all have your own website. Okay, you must be referring to different website, and you must be familiar with the general website that we normally refer to. Okay, for example, CBSE and NCERT. These websites are very helpful. Okay, because everything is related to the textbook. Okay, yes, you all have different subject. You have got textbook, and as far as the English is concerned, you have the syllabus. Okay, now all this information, okay, this information you will find in NCERT and that CBAC. Okay, yes, that is the one thing. Now, whenever you want to learn something, okay, for example, there are so many things I need to learn. Okay, I don't know so many things, but in order to learn anything, so we know that there are different types of learners. Okay, yes, for example, some of you learn better just by reading. Okay, by looking at things, the words, letters, you will understand. Some of you may learn better just by watching or hearing. Okay, and some of you may learn better by doing all these things. So there are different type of learners. So it depends upon you. What kind of learner are you? Are you an auditory learner? Are you what should I say, kinesthetic learner? Or you just try to see, and according to your own learning which is style, you just try to get the information. Now, as far as I'm concerned, whenever I have to look for some information, either I can just Google it and look for the website, okay, or I can just go to the YouTube channel and try to write the same topic. Okay, so in my case, I learn better by watching. Okay, so whenever there is some kind of information that I need to look for, I just use what should I say, that YouTube. Okay, yes, if I write that thing in a YouTube, and I can also see, I can hear, and then I understand better. Okay, yes. Now, if that YouTube, if that information is not in YouTube, then you just use in the you just try to get the information from your website, and you have to read a whole lot of things, isn't it? So according to your own learning style, okay, you just try to refer, okay, either to YouTube or website. Okay, so that is the one thing that I want to tell you. Okay, yes. Now, coming back to the websites, Ketenchula has already shared so many websites, and I'm sure you all have your own website. Okay, yes. So what do you do? Let us try to, what should I say, share all the website that you know. You may be having your own website which you think are very helpful. Okay, so why don't you share it, what should I say, in the comment section, okay, so that whoever watch our videos, they will come to know, okay, they will be exposed to whole variety of website, okay, rather than just sticking to all the website, the few website that we recommend. Okay, so if you know any special website or wonderful or helpful apps that you download on your mobile, what should I say, iOS platform or Android platform, so I want you to share all these things. Okay, yes. So talking about the website, I've got very few website, and some of these are already shared by Getenchula. Okay, yes. So I'm not going to take you through the actual website. I've just taken a screenshot of all these websites, and these websites are very much familiar, okay, when it comes to learning English. The first one is Reading Rocket. Okay, yes. So if you go to this, okay, you must be familiar. You have got so many information about reading, how you read, what are the different level. Okay, we when we talk about the reading level or reading standard, we don't know. Okay, for example, even I don't know. Okay, what is my reading level? Okay, so if you go to this Reading Rocket website, you will get some idea what is, you will just get some information about your reading. Okay, your reading level is this. Okay, and then if you go to this, you will come across, you will get different resources related to reading. Okay, yes. So this is the first website that I want to introduce. Okay, yes. And the second one is thepoets.org. Okay, so if you are interested in reading poems, although there are lots and lots of websites. Okay, yes. Now this is the website that I got. Okay, so you can also go through this and try to browse through all the menus. Okay, and see whether this is helpful or not. Okay, yes. And the next one is, I've been telling you, okay, yes, it's important for us to read the Tibetan version of English, isn't it? We have got so many Tibetan writers who are writing, what should I say, articles or stories or poems like this. So we need to know some of these things. So the best way is to go through and to visit this website, okay, tibetrights.org. And if you have some special poems or article or stories you can also share this. Okay, you can share this to what should I say, this website tibetrights.org. Okay, yes, you will find different types of poems, and all these poems are related to what should I say, Tibetan culture or history or Tibetan writing. Now sometimes it's good to go through this. Okay. And next is Pinterest. Okay, yes, so Pinterest is one which is used by most of the teachers. Okay, not just teacher, people from different walk of life. Okay, yes, because there are so many templates, there are so many resources in the Pinterest. Okay, yes, so you just have to go to that Pinterest. You can also download this in your mobile. Okay, yes, it has also become apps. And then we have the 5-minute English. Okay, yes, so this is where you get some kind of English resource, English as a second language. Okay, this is one good website. Okay, I want to recommend. And then we have British Council. I think Getenjula talked about this. Okay, you have got so many resources, different skills according to the different levels. Okay, wherever you are, you can just get lots and lots of information about this. Okay, now you just go through this and try to see whether this is helpful or not. Okay, yes, at least go through, try to what should I say, take a browse in all these websites. Okay, and then we have the Randall's ESL, okay, Cyber Listening Lab. Okay, yes, English as a secondary language. So I told you there are so many websites. Okay, you have your own website. Now these are some websites you can also refer in order to get different kind of information. And then we have got Story Nori, where you can read stories. Okay, yes, so this is one website related to storing. Now, not only this, there are so many websites which talks about the story. You can listen to audio stories like this. Okay, so this is one, Story Nori. Okay, and then obviously we have got BBC. BBC is not just for the news channel. Okay, yes. So when you go through this, you will get to find lots and lots of resources which are built on the news they cover. Okay, yes, according to the standard. Okay, for the lower standard, middle standard, and higher standard, you get to see different kind of transcript. Okay, and then that transcript will be recited, and then you will get different kind of reading practice. You may be you will get familiar with the different kind of stress and intonation, because this is a news channel. Okay, BBC. Okay, so we have got one BBC site. Okay, where we talk about English learning. Likewise, BBC, we have got that Voice of America. Okay, yes, they have also different kind of lessons. Okay, if you are interested in American English, then you can which is visit this, and if you are interested in a British English, then you use the which is the BBC channel. Okay, yes, BBC website. Now these are some of the websites. Okay, yes. So let us talk about the apps. Okay, now these are some of the apps that I have, which is on my mobile. Okay, yes, some of the apps may not be available in either iOS or Android. Okay, and some of these apps are available in both iOS and Android. Okay, yes. So if you look at this, I don't know whether you can see this properly or not. Okay, even I face problem just reading all these things because of the letter. Okay, yes. Nevertheless, I will try to read. Okay, yes, English paragraph. Okay, there is one apps. There are so many apps. Okay, now these are some of the apps that I use. Okay, English speaking, and then we have got English stories, moral stories, Jolly Phonics. Okay, now class 4 student, they are very much familiar. Okay, class 5 and 6, 7 student, they can also use this. You download this and then you will know so many things about the phonics, which is very important. Okay, and then moral stories, and these are some games related to words. Okay, we have got 4 picks in one word, or word cross, any books you can read. Okay, and then I've got podcasts. I think I've got only 1 or 2. Okay, podcasts. So English podcasts you can listen. And now, if you are interested in listening to Tibetan podcasts, now we have got few Tibetan podcasts you can listen. Okay, yes. So this is English podcast, and then we have got Tiwari Academy. Okay, yes, this is NCERT, Audible. Kedenjula has already talked about this. You can listen to story. We have got Chocolate, listen to stories, audio again. You see that Pinterest. Okay, Pinterest is already there. And this one is the dictionary that I use. Okay, WordWeb. It's an offline dictionary. Okay, and then we have got American English, Unacademy. Okay, now some of these things my daughters they use. Okay, so we share. Okay, and then last but not the least, we have the audio books. Okay, yes. So these are some of the useful websites and apps. You may be having different apps like this. Okay, so as I've already told you, you can also write in the comment box if you have got any special website that you want to share. Okay, yes. Now the last one. Okay, yes. We talk about the informational text, all these things. Now, some of you may be reading some novels and fiction like this. Now, sometimes whenever you read, now these are the things that you need to understand. Okay, when you read a story. Okay, yes, comprehension. We call it 6 levels of comprehension. Okay, yes. The first one, after reading the book, or if you are reading one story, there are so many information, the facts and information that you learn. So we call it literal. Okay, your comprehension. You just try to get so many facts. Suppose you are reading about Egypt. Okay, yes, a story takes place. The setting is in Egypt. Now, while understanding the story and the plot, all these things, you learn so many facts about Egypt. Okay, so when you understand all these things, we call it literal. Okay, and the second one is inferential. Okay, yes, inferential, evaluative, appreciative. Okay, now these are the questions that we normally come. Okay, in our text, in textbook question like this, you read one story and then the examiner will ask so many things. For example, inferential. What do you predict? Okay, when you read, oh, he is trying like this, so I think this will happen. Okay, that skill is important. Okay, inferential. Okay, we are not talking about the facts. We are just talking about what do you think he will do? What do you think was happening to that person? All these skill, we call it inferential. And then evaluative, this skill. Okay, yes, in the story, you see there are so many characters. Or do you think he did a good job in the story? Do you agree with his behavior or you don't? Which character do you like? I don't like this. I like this because now all this skill evaluative. You are making some kind of a judgment. Okay, and then we have the appreciative. Okay, if there is any particular character that you like, that you appreciate. Okay, why you appreciate? That is one skill. Now, all these are the things, okay, that you do when you read. I'm not talking about the informational or expository reading. I'm just talking about your storybook, your novel, okay, your literature like this. And essential, okay, world issue. If there is one story which talks about, for example, online class, okay, yes, or education, then you just try to see whether which part is very essential. Okay, what about the education? Online education very important? Do you think online education should be the new medium instruction for the children in future? Now these topics are related to the world. Okay, so this is essential. And then the last part is critique. After completing all the story, what are the different types of sentences used by the writer? Do you think the writer was able to, what should you say, explain, I mean, tell the story properly? Do you think the readers were happy? Okay, what kind of words are used? Okay, the story flow, the story element, all these things come under critique. Okay, now these are the 6 level of comprehension. Whenever you read one story, now these are the things that you need to understand. Okay, yes, that's thing. Okay, so the last one. Okay, now you see Getanjula has already told you about this. We have finished with 7 long weeks of teaching. Okay, yes. So that means we have tried to cover the major parts of English language. I'm sure you have learned so many things, and we have also learned so many new things. So students, there are so many things to learn. Okay, yes, even we are supposed to be a teacher, but there are so many things we need to learn, and I'm sure there are so many things, okay, you also need to learn. Okay, yes. So what I want to say, you just keep learning. Okay, yes. Now, apart from the teaching, my piece of advice, this is the advice that I give to all my students. Okay, yes. You just keep reading, you just keep writing, you keep speaking, and you keep listening consciously. Okay, yes, you may do reading, you may do writing, but somebody might have put some pressure, or you have to do because somebody told me to do this, somebody told me to finish this like this. Not like this. You just do. If you are reading, you just read consciously, knowing the importance of reading. If you are writing a small piece of writing, you write consciously. What are the things that you have to keep in mind when because we have already done a whole lot of session on all these skills: reading, listening, speaking, all these things. Okay, yes. And then you have already seen we have taken so many sessions. Okay, 8 weeks. Okay, 2 days in a week we have covered. Okay, now in 1 week, on one side it seems that only 2 days in a week, it looks easy, but we don't know, you don't know how much time we spend in preparing. Even if you have to prepare for 15 minutes teaching, you have to do a whole lot of teaching, preparation. Okay, so you have to keep that in mind. Okay, behind this, we have spent a whole lot of things, we have spent a whole lot of time preparing all these things. Okay, yes. Now, only if you go through all the videos that are uploaded, now these are all online resources. Maybe this may be the first time. Okay, yes. This is sometimes a blessing in disguise because of this COVID-19. Now you see, we have got a whole lot of resources. Okay, yes. Whenever you, look for some information, you can easily, click, and then the resource is there. Not just other teachers, but your own Tibetan teachers. Okay, so we have got a whole lot of resources. If you have missed any of our sessions, I request you to go through the Tibet TV YouTube. Okay, if you go through these videos which were uploaded, on which we have worked so hard, then I think our hard work will pay a price. Otherwise, it's all useless. Okay, so that I request you to go through these resources. Okay, yes. Now, as far as I'm concerned, from my personal point of view, I learned a whole lot of things. Okay, yes. There are so many new challenges. Okay, and it's not like Getanjula said, it's not easy for you to do online teaching where you don't have any students. Okay, and you have to speak in front of the camera, you are watched by so many people. It's not everybody's cup of tea. But I took this challenge because we tell students that whenever you have got some challenge, you have to take that. You may make mistake, and it is through this mistake we improve. So you might have seen how I performed in my very first day, but now I feel little bit more confident. Now this is how we learn. Okay, you can also apply this whenever you have got some new environment, new situation. Okay, rather than giving up, why don't you try? Okay, what is the worst thing? The worst scenario is you may get stuck up, you may go blank, you may make mistake here and there, but what is there? Okay, so this is how we which we say learn in our life. Okay, so that is the thing. Now I told you I learned so many new things. Okay, yes, I want to thank my school for giving me this opportunity. I want to thank the Department of Education for what should I say, giving this opportunity. I would like to thank Chotubla and his team from the Tibet TV for providing us all these things and making us everything ready. Okay, yes. So that, and last but not the least, I would like to thank all the which is students and others who are watching and who are following our teaching. Okay, yes. So that is the thing. So with this, I'm going to stop here. I had a very wonderful time. I learned so many things, and if I ever make any mistake here and there, I beg your pardon. So till we meet next time, okay, I want you to take care of yourself, your family members, and your education. Thank you.